What up? How's it going? So about to watch Shawshank Redemption. And this is interesting because I can't remember a time I haven't heard about this movie. It came out when I was real young. It says 1994. But it's like part of the lexicon and everything. And I just never was interested in seeing it. But recently I made a list, a bunch of films that I would like to watch as far as reacting to it on the channel. And this is I won't say it was hard, but it wasn't as easy as you would think because I'm not somebody who doesn't watch movies or didn't grow up watching movies. So all the like classics or things that a bunch of people have seen, I've seen them, right? I've seen every Tarantino film. I've seen like half the Wes Anderson films, like every single Spike Lee film. So anything that you could think of that's a classic, chances are I've probably seen it. For whatever reason, I've never seen this. All I know, Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman in prison. I don't know what it could be about. One of my favorite movies of all time is a comedy about two dudes being in prison. That's Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin. That's one of my favorite movies. So I'm ready to see what this is about and why it's considered a classic. Let's go. He plotting. This how he end up in prison? Oh, absolutely. He going to the dash.
Now, does that strike you as a fantastic coincidence, Mr. Dufresne, or is it just me?
Yeah, it's a coincidence, man. Like,
Yet a revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8.
oh, he on your ass.
This was not a hot-blooded.
He is on Dufresne's ass.
Understood, if not condoned.
Ooh.
No. This was revenge of a much more brutal and cold-blooded nature.
I can honestly say that I'm a changed man. I'm no longer a danger to society. That's God's honest truth.
Damn.
There must be a con like me in every prison in America. I'm the guy who can get it for you.
Oh.
Cigarettes, a bag of reefer.
Is he voicing over this movie? Oh, let's go.
Brandy to celebrate your kid's high school graduation.
Here's something interesting about design in that period. All institutions, for whatever reason, the building design was the same. An orphanage, schools, churches, and of course prisons. They all seem to have had the same design team.
5th one from the front. Put me down for quarter deck.
They talking about if he gonna break.
A tall drink of water with a silver spoon up his ass.
That guy. Never happened.
10 cigarettes.
When do we eat?
You about to get your ass whooped.
Got that, you maggot dick motherfucker? On your feet.
He gave him a short chop.
Put your trust in the Lord. Your ass belongs to me.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome to Shawshank.
They said delouse him. What is that, lime or something like that?
Go to your left, pick up your clothes and Bible.
Or just some straight up talcum powder.
Most new fish come close to madness the first night. Somebody always breaks down crying. Happens every time.
Yeah, that's what they're betting on.
Yeah.
I didn't know Morgan Freeman was going to do the voiceover for the whole movie.
The boys always go fishing with first-timers. And they don't quit till they reel someone in.
I'll introduce you around, make you feel right at home. I know a couple of big old bull queers that just love to make your
See?
His first night in the joint, Andy Dufresne cost me 2 packs of cigarettes. He never made a sound.
Yeah, that's nice and ripe.
That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to eat it.
Dead?
What?
Adley busted his head up pretty good. Doc had already gone home for the night. Old bastard laid there till this morning.
Yo.
Hell, it wasn't nothing we could do.
Damn.
Doesn't fucking matter what his name was. He's dead.
No, he just learned his first lesson.
It wasn't until a month went by that he finally opened his mouth to say more than 2 words to somebody. As it turned out, that somebody was me.
He's still tight.
A rock hammer.
What is it and why?
He's trying to get out.
Well, if it was a toothbrush, I wouldn't ask questions. I'd just quote a price. But then a toothbrush is a non-lethal object, isn't it? Sisters have taken quite a liking to you. Especially Boggs.
The
I
sisters.
don't suppose it would help any if I explained to them I'm not homosexual.
Neither are they. Folks around this joint love surprise inspections. They find it, you're gonna lose it. They do catch you with it, you don't know me. You mention my name, we'd never do business again.
You lucky he all about his business, because he would have said, you say my name, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I think it would be fair to say I liked Andy from the start.
From their first conversation.
Andy was right. I finally got the joke. It will take a man about 600 years to tunnel under the wall with one of these.
Your friend? Here you work.
Yo, his technique is ill. Yeah, he's not paying attention to his surroundings at all. Like, I understand he's trying to be in his own world, but he gotta, you know what I mean? He already done warned you about them. Like this right here. Oh, nah. Oh, fuck. He is a big motherfucker, at least tall.
Things went on like that for a while. Prison life consists of routine, and then more routine. I do believe those first 2 years were the worst for him. And I also believe if things had gone on that way,
he about to become a killer.
This place would have got the best of him.
Wallace E. Unger.
Yo, did he hook him and himself up?
Redding.
Wouldn't you know it? Me and some fellows I know were among
Oh,
the
that's
names
dope.
called.
Squeeze your tit till it's purple.
He gonna offer him help. He's gonna offer him some help.
That would save you some money.
Ooh.
If you get the forms, I'll prepare them for you. Nearly free of charge. I'd only ask 3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers.
Co-workers, get him. That's rich, ain't it?
The convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49 wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-style beer.
You hear how he remembers every detail?
Sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men.
I fuck with this whole scene.
Hell,
and
we could have been tarring
this.
the roof of
I like
one of
this.
our own houses. We were the lords of all creation.
What are you in for?
Murder. Same as you.
Innocent?
Only guilty man in Shawshank.
That was a hell of a line. You about to put Andy. That was another interesting scene because it's home for him now. He don't put his name up there.
What do you want?
Rita Hayworth.
What?
Can you get her?
So this is Johnny Farrell. I've heard a lot about you, Johnny.
What?
Take a few weeks. What they did do is beat him within an inch of his life. And to spend a month in the infirmary.
God damn.
Boggs spent a week in the hole.
No!
Oh, he begging? He begging? Fuck out of here, pussy. I take glee in his demise.
Rita Hayworth herself.
Oh, okay. It's a poster. I'm stupid. He said 3 weeks. I was like, yo, are they talking cold for something? All right, I got it. Oh. His hand and his dick is gonna be raw. He's gonna be dehydrated by the time he's done with that poster.
Dawson Sales was just an excuse. Truth is, Norton wanted to size Andy up.
Right, of course. Because why else would he be there personally? What they got him doing? What's the real reason?
That's him. That's the one.
What?
Thinking about maybe setting up some kind of trust fund for my kids' educations.
Yo, okay, I get it.
I'll write a letter a week. They can't ignore me forever.
Sure can. But you write your letters if it makes you happy.
Dang. He got clout.
The following April, Andy did tax returns for half the guards at Shawshank.
Yo, that's crazy.
Year after that,
I didn't expect this movie to be this.
Including the wardens.
It's the only way they'd let me stay.
Come on, this is
Oh.
do this. Come on. Put in
He's scared of being so old he gotta leave. He's afraid of trying to live on the outside.
And you get used to them. Enough time passes, you get so you depend on them.
Dang.
That's institutionalized.
Shit.
That was a hell of a way to put it.
Never get like that.
Oh, yeah? Say that when you've been here as long as Brooks has.
You're free. You're free.
Oh, this is, wow. Is he gonna do something to get put back there? Nah, don't do it, man.
I go to the park and feed the birds. I keep thinking Jake might just show up and say hello.
Oh, man, this
He never
scene
does.
is so sad,
I hope
man.
wherever he is, he's doing okay and making new friends.
God damn. He carving his name in there. Yeah. Hung himself. God damn, man. He felt like he had no place he belonged. His existence was lonely as hell, man. Though my heart just sank right now. Like, very rare a film ever made me feel that way.
Andy, do you hear that?
Man, you better turn that off. You getting carried away.
Andy, let me out.
Oh, come on, Dufresne. Don't do this. Don't do this. Come on, no.
Andy?
I have no idea to this day what those two Italian ladies were singing about.
But he can remember it. It's a landmark in his mind.
Open it up. Dufresne,
He made eye contact and went right back to listening. He's wilding.
They can't touch. It's yours.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
That's a curse word there, man.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane.
Which goes back to when he was in front of the parole board. He comes out and you can see him decompress and go right back into prisoner mode. For that little bit of second, he had this like hopefulness in his eyes, and it was gone by the time he went up them steps. Back to the parole board. Yep, you see what I mean? And look, he's getting gray in the head now. Like, this is the Morgan Freeman I know. When I saw him without gray hair, I was like, oh shit, there was a time he didn't have gray hair, huh? See, he's a lot less.
And I can honestly say I'm a changed man.
He's just going through the motions.
You gonna play it?
Not right now.
That'll make him think about the outside and give him a glimmer of hope. And he wants that, at least at that very moment, he wants that dead. Like,
Lights out.
Warden Norton instituted his famous Inside Out program. You may remember reading about it. It made all the papers and got his
Inside
picture
Out?
in Look magazine.
now we turning it into a correctional facility.
And oh my Lord, how the money rolled in.
Oh man, while they paying them cents on the dollar.
I know you're good, Andy, but all that paper leaves a trail. Now anybody gets curious, FBI, IRS, whatever, it's gonna lead to somebody.
Sure it is, but not to me. And certainly not to the warden.
What?
On the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
That's how it is for mad people. That line was, dog.
Well, you know about it, Capone. What are you in for?
Me? Lawyer, fuck me.
Now he needed a new project. Tommy was it. It was the same reason he spent years shaping and polishing those rocks.
Damn, he doing that with a human now.
He hung his fantasy girlies on the wall.
That's what he got
By
left.
1966, right about the time Tommy was getting ready to take his exams, it was lovely Raquel.
Raquel Welch. Yeah. She was bad for a long time too, and she kissed a black man in the movie. That was groundbreaking.
Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Greased them both.
About
4 years ago, I was in Thomaston on a 2 to 3 stretch. Stole a car.
I was about to say, he's never even considered trying to prove his innocence.
About 6 months left to go. Get a new cellmate in.
Yeah, and he copped to it.
Elmo Blatch.
Golf pro, but she's married to some other guy. Some hotshot banker.
Oh.
And he's the one they pinned it on.
Oh.
Sir, if I were to ever get out, I would never mention what goes on in here. I'd be just as indictable as you for laundering that money.
Sir, I didn't...
Solitary, a month.
Yes, sir.
A month?
What's the matter with you?
Come on, will you throw that away, please?
No.
Well, shit.
He not gonna harm this kid, is he? For like riling up Dufresne?
I have to know if what you told Dufresne was the truth.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He's about to do this kid dirty.
To swear before a judge and jury,
Oh.
having placed your hand on the good book and
Don't say
taken
yes.
an oath before Almighty God himself.
Don't say yes.
Just give me that chance.
Oh, shit. They're going to act like he tried to escape and then kill. Fuck the warden.
And cast you down with the sodomites. You'll think you've been fucked by a train. In the library? Or am I being obtuse?
The swerve they did at the beginning. Oh, Bible thumper, warden, righteous. And he's the worst person in this entire fucking movie.
You think you'll ever get out of here?
Me? Yeah. One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs, they let me out. I've been in here most of my life. I'm an institutional man now.
Wow, you underestimate yourself.
I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, right. That's the way it is. If you ever get out, find that spot. At the base of that wall, you'll find a rock that has no earthly business in a Maine hayfield. Something buried under it I want you to have.
What? Man, what's there? Oh, let me think. What the hell could it be? Oh, damn it.
That was the longest night of my life.
Damn. Damn. That's crazy. Just wondering, hey, did he do it?
Tell me what this is.
Last night's count.
Mm-hmm. You see Dufresne's
He had
name
been
there?
using that rock.
I sure do. See, right there.
He was using that rock hammer, wasn't he? This entire fucking
He
time?
was in his cell at lights out. And that cupcake on the wall. Let's ask her. Maybe she knows. What say you there, Fussy Britches?
Shit.
Feel like talking?
That's where it is.
Big damn conspiracy! And everyone's in on it! Including her.
Right through the goddamn poster.
All they found of him was a muddy set of prison clothes, a bar of soap, and an old rock hammer, damn near worn down to the nub.
He had been scraping that entire time. And he was like, wait a minute. This some bullshit. This foundation is trash. So what was he doing with it as he broke it out?
Turns out, Andy's favorite hobby was toting his wall out into the exercise yard. A handful at a time.
Holy shit. Oh. Let's go. Yeah.
The guard simply didn't notice. Neither did I.
That he was wearing them.
I mean, seriously.
He was wearing stuff
how
underneath
often
it.
do you really look at a man's shoes?
That's smart. So he had to wait for the right night. Oh, that's disgusting though. But hey.
500 yards. That's the length of 5 football fields, just shy of half a mile.
Holy shit.
Until that moment, he didn't exist. Except on paper.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
all the proper ID.
Right.
Driver's license, birth certificate, social security card.
Is he going to Mexico?
Was a spot-on match.
Is he going to Mexico?
I must say, I'm sorry to be losing your business.
Good morning, Portland Daily Bugle.
Oh, the newspaper. Let's go. All that corruption. My man had the Bible and all that shit.
The thing that went through his head
was the bullet.
Other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell Andy Dufresne ever got the best of him.
Yeah.
Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Andy Dufresne, headed for the Pacific.
Please sit down.
I wonder if he'll give a different speech this time than just going through the motions.
Rehabilitated. It's just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time.
He's gonna say Brooks was here. Yep. That would be crazy.
All I do anymore is think of ways to break my parole.
Nah, come on, man.
So maybe they'd send me back.
Remember the volcanic glass. Glass. Oh, what is this? Yeah, exactly. I'd be doing just that. Hurry up and put it away.
I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. I'll keep an eye out for you and the chessboard ready.
Man, that was dope. I just assumed it was something he had put there earlier, not something he was gonna put there when he got out.
I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.
He said, I hope, I hope, I hope. So, that's so dope. Wow, man. That was crazy. First, let me start by saying, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the notification. If you're new, thanks for watching. Shout out to all the subscribers. Of course, I saw why it's considered a classic. There was a overarching theme in it about hope. It was dope to see Dufresne's hope actually help others, right? Because there was a moment in this where I thought this movie was going to be full of brutality and fully brutal. Is where Dufresne is getting violated by the sisters, I believe they called them, and he's getting beat up, and no one's really there to help him, like, mainly because he's not as close to everybody as he becomes, right? He's new. He's fish, as they call him. And the thinking, there were points in this where I thought I understood what was going to take place. So at a certain point, I'm like, okay, this is going to be this brutal movie. It's going to show inside life of prison or whatever. But it was more than that. It was just this tug of war where the hope was in the middle. And every once in a while, it'd be taken from you, and every once in a while, you receive it back. But someone like Red, who had been there, he's like, nah, that's dangerous. You can't go around pie in the sky thinking everything is going to be good. But you see him learn that more and more as it goes on. Movie starts with the trial with Dufresne. Okay, cool. Next thing we see is Morgan Freeman's character, Red, up for parole. He's giving a speech, but he's wide-eyed. He's giving a speech. He has a little bit of hope in him. He actually thinks, if I give this speech, I might be able to get out of here. There was a moment where he leaves, he puts back on his hat, and he gets back into institutionalized mode. And over the next 10 years, He loses a little bit more hope. So the next time he goes, he gives that same speech. But at this moment, it's like he's going through the motions, right? I just keep giving the same speech and, whatever happens, happens. And at this point, they do it when Dufresne brings up hope at the table. And he's like, man, that's dangerous. You know what I mean? Everybody is looking at him to the point where, remember, they've been in there longer than him. They're looking at him. They're looking at Dufresne like, what you even talking about? And that harkens back to a moment early on in the film where the fat dude who ended up winning the bet for the other dude, for the other prisoner from Red, he dies. And Dufresne asks son, he go, what was his name? And they looking at him crazy like, name, what the fuck you say? I believe somebody actually said that to him. Fuck you say? And the reason they doing that is because, dog, we ain't worried about, he died. That's it. That's all you need to know. And there's moments like that where it's like, I don't think he gonna get it because Dufresne, okay, he's like that. Let's say over time he learns, but he had a conversation with Red. And the first time Red talks to him, he ends up liking him, taking a liking to him. At first he hated him because he lost him some money. But he lets him know, hey, they on your ass. Them sisters over there, they on your ass. They take it and they do it by force. And he remained his outside self for a early part of the film. In fact, for most of the film, he actually kind of got lucky in that the way things ended up working out, he could still have a piece of himself. Everybody else in there already had lost that. They had adjusted. But him, he was still trying to fight it. But little by little, it was wearing on him. But then, stroke of luck happens. They overhear the guard complaining, yeah, I got $35,000 from my brother who apparently is a millionaire or something, and the government's going to take most of it. He overhears, he gives his expertise. And that CO was a coward, right? He beats up on everybody, and he was about to throw my man off the roof. Coward, right? Piece of shit. And he ends up helping him. And this goes on a long thing, but one of the dope parts of the film is that anything that happened when Morgan Freeman's character, who's doing the voiceover, Red, whenever it happens, he memorizes it down to the detail. When they were drinking them beers up on the roof, he was talking about the type of beer, the brand, like the type of day it was, the roof. You know what I mean? It was so important to them. Like, he built so much favor and got so much clout based off what he achieved. It was like, man. And then we go to the library part where he just kept writing those letters, and his hope, when there shouldn't have been any, ended up helping him. Okay. Now, I'm not saying any of this works in real life or any of this is true. I'm talking about in the sense of the film. The warden. What they did with the warden was pretty dope. Pretty dope. I'll tell you why. Early on, I already know the warden's a scumbag because he's wearing the cross. And I'm not saying Christianity is bad. I'm saying the motherfucker who's in a place like that, flashing the cross and talking about Bible and shit, with people up underneath him doing the horrible shit to prisoners that they're doing, he don't really believe in the Bible. He's a scumbag. Or let's put it this way. He may believe in the Bible, but he don't think that applied to these people, which makes him a scumbag, like a piece of shit. By the time we get to, this is no longer like a penitentiary or something like that. There's a correctional facility, and the cross is gone. Now he has this little pen. He's more a politician than he is overseer. And you see it, his true self coming through. It's all about that money. That's all it's about for him. So when the rock and roll dude came, I can't remember his name. That arc was dope. That part of the story was dope because he comes in and I'm like, yo, he gonna snitch. Every point I'm thinking, yo, who's gonna ruin this? Who's gonna bring this enterprise down? And the way it ended up being brought down did not go how I thought. I'm thinking it's gonna be a snitch. Someone's gonna be jealous of Dufresne. No, what it was they knew the way the warden was speaking to Dufresne once Dufresne found out that he had proof sitting someplace that, and by proof, I mean the person who did it sitting somewhere that actually killed his wife. For the warden to kill that guy, you're like, yeah, this is how low it'll sink, because a guy who would talk all that, don't use the Lord's name in vain and Bible and stuff, and still be a scumbag like that, he would take it this far because he doesn't really care about nothing. He doesn't have values, right? That young man utilizing Dufresne to get his diploma, yo, that was dope, right? Because we see the part where the old man is institutionalized. So think about that for a second. In the film, Dufresne was giving people a way to avoid the institutionalized mind that caused Brooks to kill himself. And I'm going to get to that in a later part, because that's a whole nother theme that they covered that I was not expecting them to do because of Hollywood, the way they portray prison and stuff like that. But this young man had a way out. A year left, got his life together, and the warden got him killed, act like he escaped. That was so fucked up, man. Like, you kidding me? Like, you like, that's what you do? But it was about that money. It's about that money. Dufresne had wrote all those letters, got the books in there. He's helping everyone do their taxes, all the wardens and shit. Remember, look at how the wardens treat them. Their life, look at how the COs treat them. You already know how CO. You ever spoke to somebody who been in the CO don't care nothing about. You know what I mean? I've met teenagers who've been institutionalized, had an institutionalized mind. I've met grown folks, institutionalized mind. I've never met an old person. And watching this, it made me think, by the time they get to that age, they give up, or they just can't make it, right? I've known a ton of institutionalized people, and they don't care nothing about going back or none of that. And to see this old man, I'm like, what's going on? When he had the knife up to it, I'm like, yo, he's about to ruin the operation. I'm thinking, once again, the point of the story is the operation that they have going on. That was just a backdrop. The point of this story was hope, once again, and the institution that's prison. And to see Brooks, terrified of leaving, to the point where he was fronting like he was going to kill the one prisoner, and it's like, you feel bad for him. Like I said, my heart sank. I'm like, damn. You know how many people go back, or sometimes they don't even get to the point of killing yourself. It's just they'll commit a crime to go back in. They use the word rehabilitation, and they use the words, correctional, and it's like, that ain't what it is. They know what goes on in those places. And I forgot who said the line. Oh man. Oh, Dufresne. He's like, I didn't learn to be a criminal until I came in here. Now, specific to his crime, this film, yes. But that applies to mad people. Look at how we treat weed the way we treat it now. And look at what is going, okay, yeah, legal, all that. All right. Look at how many people's lives been set on a path that there was no coming back from, off of selling dimes or some shit like that. Or even if they were selling cocaine, like, a lot of people was locked up for nonviolent crimes. They go in and they sit right next to violent offenders, and they do what they do to survive. And now they monsters, right? It didn't go that far in here. He's doing white collar crime, but it's like it speaks to something bigger. This whole institutionalized mindset, to see Morgan Freeman, his character Red, have to go through that same decision, and at the end put where you see Brooks was here, and you see him put Red was here. Man, that was dope. We would see a lot of the cell, and they played with you with that. They utilized it. So early on, my man Dufresne, I need the rock hammer. Okay. Didn't think none of it. It'll take him 600 years. Okay. Red saying that, rock hammer, gone. Don't even think nothing about it. Oh, can I get the poster? Rita Hayworth. And I'm like, he's like 3 weeks. I'm sitting there trying to figure out like a dumbass, like, what do you mean? He got him a poster. Okay. Once again, it's just a poster to me. Then later on, he got the Raquel Welch poster. All right, yeah, whatever. The whole time he had been doing that, we saw him carve in there, and I'm looking at the wall like, yo, that's mad easy to carve out. I'm looking like he going pretty deep with just that rock hammer, right? The whole time he had been doing that, and I think that's. I just like it was well played. Let's put it that way. It was done in a good way. This whole time they was letting you know what was up. If you picked up on it, you picked up on it. But if you like me, where their little throws just threw you completely off, that's what happened with me. Yeah, man, this was good. Morgan Freeman doing the voiceovers. That was dope. Every once in a while, they would Brooks's voiceover. That was like heartbreaking. You know what I mean? All the actors killed it. This was good, and a lot of it for entertainment purposes. I rock with it. I'm not going to say that it has like some societal meaning or something like that, but I will say, as far as stories goes, the way that hope is pushed to the forefront, I rock with that. You know what I mean? Another dope movie, a classic, and I rock with it. Next movie.